Welcome back to the Clock Shop. This is Jim with JR Clocker on eBay, and let's get into part 2 here and tear this bad boy apart. First, we're going to be letting down the springs to make sure it doesn't blow up on us. And let's get to it. Make my adjustments. All right. Now get my seeing eyes on. All right. Now, I got my letdown key. Pre-fitted it. It fits good. Put my first block in. Now, I can use a pointer today. I'm going to take the click spring out. Move the click out of the way. I'm going to then take my clamp and put it into place. And now I have a spring that's let down. Didn't mean to let you down, but I let you down anyway. Ooh, bad joke. Oh man, you're such a letdown. Wow. The things I do to amuse myself. All right, this one's a little tighter, so I don't really have to do too much to it. Actually, I might have to, oh no. All right, I got it in, it's in place. Oh, and my click is right here. All right, so it's let down. So all the power's out of here. So it's not going to blow up when I go to do it. Let me take care of this. All right. Oh, look at that. All nice and pointy again. All right. So I'm actually just need to flip it over now. Here's what I call the nose, or the hand arbors with the hour tube. That one you want to face down. Of course, the winding holes the winders you want to face down. Now I can take these off. When you have two sets, it kind of comes in handy. It comes in handy when you're doing a video because I don't have to replace all those everywhere. Now this one here, some of them you'll notice they'll have, some of these movements have screws down, 3 screws down here, and then 2 nuts up here. Sometimes they'll, like this time, and that's for the split plates mainly. I need to get a little container. Here's the container of hands and everything. So I got that nut and that out of the way. I can get the suspension spring and pendulum wire and get that out of the way. Anything else right now? Not particularly. Guess I could have any that would fit. This one looks a little bit too big. I could, but I don't have those little nut drivers. My wife says I'm a nut driver. I drive her nuts, which people that know me understand that. And I hope you guys get to know me a little bit through my YouTube channel here. I'm not I like to pass the word about working on clocks. I think that it should, it's a vocation that I took very seriously here. Now, I don't know what's, hold on, let me take a peek at what's going on here. These, I knew at some point in time they were going to be in my way. Well, they're not in my way anymore. I don't know why they did that. It's actually not necessary. One thing I can say about this particular movement was it wasn't messed with too much. Come back over here. I had a friend on Instagram send me a picture where somebody took these little spring wires here, and these go to the levers that are down inside, and actually soldered them to the movement plate. And that definitely doesn't need to happen. This one's over here. Now, I don't know what's going on here. Somebody was really good, but it almost looks like they've never been taken off before. Anyway, don't know. Wasn't there when it was made, so kind of hard to call. Anyway, I suggest that once I tell people you can take these two pieces off. They come off really easy. You can actually take the escapement off too. This one, ooh, wait a second. Let me see something. No, it's just so dirty. Oh, I'm going to show you how dirty this is. It's so dirty. The pivots aren't coming out. So I got to go in there and take the pivots out. They're so dirty. But it's so dirty. This is stiff. This is stiff. It's so dirty in there, and it's actually stiff from the dried oil. Look at that. Look at that. Fortunately, there's not a lot of wear on these pivots. But I'm gonna put this back for a second. And if you want, now's the time to take a picture. Even with the levers in place, you can do this. They've fallen a little bit, but this lever goes here. Okay. All right, so just getting them in place here. Now, if you wanted to take a picture of the movement like this, that would be great. Some people scribe on their movements. They'll do a little S for the strike side. This is the strike side. Or they'll do a T on the time side. Let me just show you. You can do it right here. Let me see. First of all, I like to look to see if it was ever done before. Sometimes it is. When I was first learning, that's what I did, and I put a little T. All right. They only go back together one way. So, I mean, once you've done a couple thousand, 100,000, I don't know how many I've done, so many. You really know, give you a little hint. The only wheel on the time side that maybe you should mark is this one, because it has no, everything that has a little nub on this, you know, this has a pin on it, means it's on the strike side. Because this is what the levers hit, the start and stop and pre-wind the strike movement. But if you wanted to put a little S right here. And so you know that one, it tells you that it faces up, okay, that you have to see the S. Two, it tells you these two wheels are similar. They're not. This one's a little bit bigger over here on the time side. This one's a little bit smaller, but they're in the same, you know, kind of ballpark here. This one, I can tell you this clock hadn't been used for years. And two, because it's so stinking dirty inside. All right. Now, if you want to mark, this is the only other one I always tell you maybe you should mark. Look, nobody's ever going to see them except the next repair guy. That's why I always look for them. All right. And you might, you know, do the T over here. And if you really want to get into it, it doesn't take hardly anything to polish them down. You take a little green Scotch-Brite and polish it down, and you know, then take a little cloth polisher and just polish it off, and it'll be fine. It's not a big deal. You're not like defaming the movement or anything. The next thing I do is I take this out. This is a small part, so it goes over there. I would suggest that you do mark this. I always do. This is the only one that's a real pain in the butt to put this back on the wrong way, because you got to get it all together, and then you realize, holy crap, it's going from 1 o'clock to 12 o'clock to 11. It's counting off backwards, so it's called a count wheel. So you really don't want it. You don't want to make that mistake. So anyway, so I see the S here. It always points up. I can put it right back. Okay, just to let you know. Take this over here, and the same thing for this side here. You can just pull these out. You know, these don't have any. You know, it's they only go together one way. So I'm just kind of used to doing it, so I'm not overly concerned. I wanted to get that out. This is so stuck. I do actually look at the pivots here. They all need to be polished. They all have little lines in them. You need to polish them, otherwise they'll wear your bushings really fast. Okay, so I will put a little T on this one for you. And the next clock guy that does this might say, oh man, I'm really glad that he did that, because I'm just starting out learning. And somebody already marked them years ago. And I'll probably be 150 when this gets redone. Anyway, look at that. It's how hard it was to come out of. It's really filthy dirty. Anyway, that's taking it apart. And then we'll clean it. What I will do is I will let these springs down. And, well, let me do that now. Okay, we got the springs out. And they don't look too bad. Everything else looks pretty nice. Now I have my basket for my ultrasonic. So I always clean my springs first so I can work on them while the other's cleaning. So we'll be back.